Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is saltysugar.r and today we're gonna do another exciting video for y'all. So for those who haven't subscribed, subscribe. For those who have already subscribed, thank you so much. For those who are planning to subscribe, please plan better, plan faster. We don't have time for this, please. Okay, we do. You can subscribe. Uh So today we're gonna talk about the day I bought my phone. There was so much happening the day I bought my phone, so it's not just about one thing. But before the day I bought my phone, let me just take you back. Previously, I had wanted to buy uh, a phone, but I didn't have enough money. At that time I was in Machakos University. I wanted to buy a Techno Camon 16S. It has really good specifications, and yeah, for the price, it has one Techno Camon 16S. Has 128 gigabytes of storage. It has 4 GB RAM. It has a 48 megapixel back camera. The front camera, I think, is 16. It has really nice specs, and it was going for around 17,000, which is a good price for 128 GB storage and all the specs. So I was just like, this is the phone I'd like to use. So I was in my first semester at Machakos University. So uh, I went with my friend Tevin to look for the phones. I went with two of my friends. The first time I went with Tevin, sorry. I went with Tevin and we went twice. So there was this Airtel shop that was selling the phones. We went twice. Once again we went to Safaricom shop. But Safaricom shop normally sells phones that have chip, one chip or chip, phone chip, SIM card chip, right? Yeah, chip, CHIP. But I wanted a dual SIM, and you can get a dual SIM at Airtel. So the second time I went to Airtel shop, I'm not advertising for any of those two shops. And it's good I've mentioned both of them so that if they want to file them fights on my channel, please. I'm not favoring any of them. So, but Safaricom was also more expensive than Airtel. With some little money, is not more money, not a lot of money. So I went with Mike to a techno shop. The third time I went to like look for for this phone like 4 times. One of the times I was alone, so that's two times with Tevin, one time with Mike, and the other time with Tevin. So there's this day I went with Mike. Mike is my friend, so we went to the shop and we started bargaining. And Mike is a really good bargainer, more than I am. So he started bargaining with them. They started, their price was 19, I think 19 or 18. We didn't have 18 at that time. I think it was 19 or 18. We didn't have 18K at that time. We had, at that time, I think we had 15. So my dad had sent me money. My mom had sent me some little money. My dad had sent me some money as well. I've already said that, right? Yeah, I did. Sorry. But they weren't understanding why I should. Okay, my dad wasn't understanding why I should get a more expensive phone. So my mom topped up the money my dad had given me. Because my mom understood why I want a good phone. My dad was like, as long as you can make calls, why you stressing? Why you worried? Don't waste my credit. Don't waste my credit. I think most dads are normally like that because they don't get what you want, like this kind of phone. You just need to manage it. But my mom was like, okay, I'll add you money. So my mom added me some money. So, but I called my mom after I got out of the shop. The shop refused at 18K. We were with Mike, so we went back to school. I went back to school because I was staying in the hostel. Mike was staying in outside the hostel. He wasn't staying in the hostel. So he was staying in what am I saying? He was staying in another housing that's different from the hostel. So I got some other contract with the county government of Machakos, NTSA in the county government of Machakos when I was in uni. my first semester in uni. I'm saying when I was in uni, like I finished uni. My goodness, like I finished uni. So I didn't finish uni in Machakos University, but that's I'll talk about it in another video. So yeah, I'll talk about it in another. Okay, motorcycle man, we get you have a motorcycle or a motorbike. Why is it called motorcycle and it doesn't cycle? It's not like a bike. It should be a motorbike. It's like a motorcycle bike, motorbike cycle. I don't know what I'm saying. So, anyway, anyways, so this day I got this contract with the Machakos County government. NTSA in Machakos County. Okay, so NTSA through the Machakos County government, because NTSA is a body of the government. So I got this job on a Sunday from after church. So what happened is, I'm just gonna put the story because I always have 1,000 stories within the main story. So yeah, you guys have to bear with me. So I get out of church this time. I used to go to the Greater Love Church in Machakos. When I was staying in Machakos, in Nairobi, I used to go to House of Transformation. So I got out of church. That's why it's good to go to church. It's very good. So I get out of church, and our church was in a social hall, because up to now the Greater Love in Machakos doesn't have like a building of its own, so they still go to the social house in Machakos. Social house. Social house. Sounds really fancy. Yeah, social house. It's near the stadium. So I don't, when I so because it's a social place, social house, it's managed by the county government of Machakos. The guides for NTC had come to church to have their meeting. So me, I got out of church. I got out of church a bit later than others, because I think I was saying hi to people and all that stuff. So I didn't know what I was doing. I could have been making a TikTok video. I don't know. During those times, I was dancing. I was a vixen on TikTok. I was a vixen on TikTok. So I didn't know what I was doing, but I got late. So I saw some of my church members there and some of my my friends. But then now that I've thought about it, I think my friends did not call me. The friends that were there, my friends from school that I had come with to church, that I saw there, I don't think they called me there. I don't think they did. I could say they were toxic, because why didn't they call me for a job interview? But then I think I think I took myself there because I was like, this might be a good thing, might be a job opportunity. I'm just gonna go back there and listen to what they were saying. Or there's one of them that called me. I'm not sure, but others are not calling me. They were watching me go home, like losing this opportunity. You guys, if you didn't call me that day and you're my friend, you're a toxic one. Okay? You're a toxic one. I'm not sorry. So, I'm not sure if it's one of them that called me or I took myself there, but looks more like I took myself there because I didn't want that opportunity to pass me. So I go there, and then I hear they're talking about this work. Well, it's not a fancy job. I'm going to explain it to you. It's not very fancy. It is a bit fancy depending, because like I'd sit most of the time. So they talk, and then people are given forms. They've already written their names, so my name is not there. I went there with who? I think the rest of us that went there later, that got out of church later, we were like four. We were like four, and I was getting out of church. I think I was walking with my pastor from Machakos, and he told me, just go look at what they're doing, so that and then you'll just tell me what they're doing, because they were in the church compound. Yeah, so the church compound is a social place, so people can have their meetings there anyone. So my pastor is like, just go look at what they're doing, then you'll just tell me later, even if it's next week. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, my pastor wasn't really curious, but I was, because I'm a university student, so I'm like, money. Give me the money. Give me the money. I'm jobless. That was at that point during those days. Yes, I was jobless before that job. So, yeah. Just making things clear, okay? Don't get me misquoted. So, I go. And then people have already been given forms, so people are dividing themselves into groups. Mind you, at this point, I got in late, so I don't have a number. My name is not in the book where they were being registered. I have no form. I'm just confused, and we are like 4 of us that went there after the rest. But then we are like, let's just wait here and try our luck. We might get this job. So we stay. One of them gets a group, is sorted. The 3 of us are like, one of them is their cousins with the recruiter. There were like 3 recruiters. There was one that was called Alan. He was confused. No, he wasn't really. Okay, we're having a bit of an issue because people will not let me do my YouTube channel. Let me show you this cloud that's moving. Can you see it? It's moving. Anyway, so there were 3 recruiters. You want to see it again? I'm just joking. I don't want to see it again. You're like, okay, this is the boring part. We need to skip 10 seconds. Okay. So there were 3 recruiters, and one of these recruiters is actually. Now, there are 3 of us who were not part of the people who had been registered. So there's 4 of us. One of them gets slotted somewhere, and then we are now 3 of us remaining. But among the 3 of us, one of them is so right now we know that either of us could be sent home because they have limited number of jobs that they're giving out. So among the 3, one of them is a cousin to one of the recruiters. So they move out from the rest of us. They go and talk, and they're like having this chit chat. I'm guessing it's some old reunion kind of thing because they are cousins and they haven't seen each other in a long time and stuff. So I'm like, okay, now my chances of getting picked are less by 2 people. First of all, because one of them got slotted. I don't know how, because he's actually strange. He got slotted before the cousin of one of the coordinators. So in my head, I'm like, my chances are declining here. I need to start speaking in tongues. I don't know how to speak in tongues, but I hope I will be able to one day. So I'm like, my chances are getting dim. People are dimming my shine, my sparkle. Damn. Don't you guys have other things to do? So they go and chit chat. When they're coming back, he's already slotted, and in fact, he's the supervisor of the rest of us. This guy, the cousin to one of the coordinators. After they come back from their chit chat, he's left with all the responsibility to be managing the rest of us, like all the groups. And I'm like, don't you think you're practicing a little bit of too much corruption publicly? Like, don't you have shame? Don't you have shame? Just a little bit of shame. But people are shame. Okay, let me not say that. Just because I wasn't like, let me not say that. I look like I'm hurt. I wasn't hurt. Do I look like I was hurt? Nah, I wasn't hurt. Do I look like I was hurt? Nah, I wasn't hurt. Please. Me? Mm-mm. Impossible. 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 Okay. So, what was I saying before the impossible? Okay, I wasn't hurt. So at this point, I'm crossing my fingers, crossing my legs, crossing my stomach, hoping they choose me to. Like, why wouldn't they choose me? First of all, I'm gorgeous, gorgeous. Suitable for any kind of job except the hard ones. Please. I'm just kidding. I was ready for any kind of job. So we remain the two of us. At this point, I'm sure that they might pick one of us and leave the other one because maybe there are not enough choices. So I'm trying as much as possible to like nod their head every time they're speaking so that I look like I work well under supervision. When they're speaking, I'm just like, yes, nodding in agreement for the good employee that I am. Please understand, I was desperate. So uh every time they're speaking, I'm nodding to show, yes, I have agreed, sir. You're the boss. I need you to give me this job. Can't you see I'm trying my best? So yeah. Uh-huh. So there's that first one, and then no, what am I saying? Where did I say the first one? They're like two of us. So when they're talking, I'm nodding my head. I'm responding, yes. I'm smiling here and there to look like I have a little bit of charisma and I'd be good in every work environment. So let's skip that part. No, we're not skipping it because it's part of the story. Let's go in. So the others are already starting to form groups. So they've been told to form groups. My toxic friends. Okay, they're not toxic. Maybe they are. I don't know. So they are forming groups. Some of them knew me. Others were not my friends. Not every other teacher was my friend. So they're forming their groups, and then people are like distributed. So two of us remain there, and then this guy is like, "Ah, you here? Join this group." That was the other one. Now we were two, so one of them, the other one was told, "You here? Join this group." So I'm left alone. Okay. So, you guys, my hands are smelling like fabric softener. Can you smell? Smell. Amazing, right? Yeah, it's because I was cleaning up my room and I put fabric softener in the water. The room needs to smell nice, doesn't it? Why are you acting shocked? The room needs to smell nice, please. Don't act like I'm doing weird things. So, back to what we were saying. So, this guys got picked. This guy gets picked. Then I'm left alone. And now because I'm left alone, I'm a little bit worried. Because it will be so embarrassing to go back home without getting the job. And I've been standing there for some time, hoping with the hope of getting employed. But the National Transport and Safety Authority, in coordination with Machakos County government. So the others get picked. Then luckily, this is where the twist happens. This is where the twist happens. There's a group that is little. They don't have enough people. So I get slotted there. Yes. I'm very lucky. I was wondering what's on my head. Yes. I'm very lucky. You can say that again. I need to pause for this moment. I get slotted. I finally got the job. And I was like, yeah. You guys, I was like, after they selected me for the job, I'm like, yes, it's very good you realized that you're the ones that need me. I don't need you. I'm the price. You guys need to thank me for working for you. Like, I'm the price, man. I'm the price. You guys need to appreciate me. You need to pay me better than the rest of the people. Imagine I am working for you. Such a pleasure you have. Yeah, so in my head, I didn't tell them to that. I didn't tell them that. See the way human beings are ungrateful. After I get the job, I'm like, yeah, I'm the price. Like you guys knew you needed me. Shish, you're just keeping me. patient, teaching me patience as a virtue. So, what was I saying? Yes, I remember. So I get slotted. So we are supposed to begin work